Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Inside Artesian Football here on WREP 15 Sports. I'm your host, Eric Meyer, joined, as always, by Artesian head coach Carter Whitson. Martinsville moves to 3-0 on the season. 1-0 in Mid-State Conference play last Friday night with a big win on the road at Greenwood.
Yep, good win on the road at a really good opponent. That's a team that I think went to regionals last year, maybe even a little further than that. I think maybe semi-state. So that's good to beat those guys on the road. That's a tough team to beat. They play a different style of ball, so anytime you can walk out of there with a win, you're happy.
You were happy to be able to get the win, like you said. Not so happy maybe with some of the instances of how the team played, especially in the penalty department.
Yeah, just had some really stupid penalties, and things like that will catch up to us and kill us later on in the season because we're about to get into some really good conference play, and not that Greenwood's not, but you just can't do those stupid penalties and beat people. Now, there's going to be times where you're going to get something called on you, and you got to fight through that. Okay, but the stupid penalties we really have to eliminate.
Maybe a little bit of the effect of the big victory the previous Friday night over Bloomington.
Yeah, probably. Maybe just a little bit of thought on that, and you know, our guys are now dealing with expectations and knowing how to win, and that's a new challenge for us, but it's a good one to have. I don't think we'll have any hangover this week for it. I think we'll be ready to go and understanding that we got to play a lot better to beat these guys.
Really going back to last year now, you guys 9 out of your last 10, and you're starting to learn how to win in different ways.
Yep.
In this one, defense really stepped up late there in the first half of play with a huge stand to keep the Woodmen out of the end zone.
You know, that was a giant play. Just stopping them is one thing, but the fact that they got the ball coming out after second half, that would have been, you know, horrible for us if they go up, you know, 7 points or 8 points going into half, and then all of a sudden get the ball back. If we don't stop them there, playing a team like that, that's ball game. So huge stop there, and then we come out in the second half and kind of put it to them. Our starters on defense have not given up 1 point so far in the second half this year, so that's pretty exciting. That's fun to do. Got to start a little bit faster, like we always say, but you know, Coach Mack and Mosgrip and Trump do a really good job of figuring out what's going on and adjusting.
The defense did a nice job. Your offense did enough. We talked about it too. You came in averaging about 500 yards a contest coming in. We knew you probably weren't going to get to that point just for the fact that you were going to be limited possession-wise. You weren't, but still were able to move the ball when you had to.
Yeah, I mean, when you're playing those guys, you know that you're not going to get the ball as many times, and you're not going to get as many plays, so you're not going to get as many yards. But, you know, to get to, I think, what do we have, 29? To get 29 points is okay. It's good enough, especially when they only have 8. But yeah, we need to get back to that 500 yards a game and scoring in the 45s to where we feel good about each week.
A lot of times you will hear people talk about, coaches talk about, people that analyze games will talk about that sudden change in a contest and how it's really important, especially in a sport like football. You had a sudden change late there in that fourth quarter play. You get an interception, and then immediately right after that, it's that next play. You put it into the end zone, and really right there, that's probably ball game.
Yeah, and we've had those a few times so far this year. You know, we recover that onside versus Bedford and go score real quick, and yeah, those are big momentum plays. They're, you know, changing field position, but big swings too. So we have to really take advantage of that, and usually we're pretty excited when that happens. So we're calling some plays, and guys execute a little bit better. They realize that things are going in their favor, and you always play a little bit better that way.
Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights from the contest on Friday night against the Greenwood Woodmen at Greenwood High School. We start here on the offense for the Artesians.
We win the coin toss and take the ball versus these guys because we knew we weren't going to get a bunch of possessions, and hand it to our senior running back, Isaac Osborne. And like I said, he's going to take 2 or 3 guys with him every time he gets tackled, and always fall forward. Same deal right there, Isaac and Travis in the backfield. Travis reading it, great move right there to get in the end zone. You know, we didn't see that a bunch last year. We see, you know, Isaac now finding that end zone on the long runs and really making it easier on an offensive coordinator. And here we go defensively. You know, they're going to go 2-3 yards at a time and just snap it slowly and walk over and get the signal and go get in the huddle. And our guys, you know, handled it well. They're used to playing against our tempo, and then they, you know, adjusted to play against this tempo. Played really good up front. Again, they're going to take a little bit of yardage, but then, you know, when we make them spin it and throw it around, guys like senior Izzy Elliott right there making plays in the open field and just, you know, having a lot of success. big thing for us was getting stops on third down right there, like a 3rd and 5, and then it all starts on first down, just making them get behind the chains. Travis reading his zone read right here. Guy hurt that guy's shoulder right there. Travis is a big, powerful guy. The guy got a penalty, and Travis still kind of injured him. Hope that kid's all right. But that's what happens when you got a big quarterback back there. Travis hitting Boyd Johnson. Great to see that senior step up and make a big play. That was 3rd and 15, and Boyd runs by him. Travis has plenty of time, all the time in the world. The O-line took care of him. O-line gets him in right here. But to see Boyd step up and really kind of make his first key play of the year was awesome. Back on defense again, just, swarming to the ball. You see guys coming in late. You see 4 or 5 guys tackling them each time. They had some big, strong running backs that we had to tackle low, and we had to gang tackle, and our kids embraced it and had some fun with it and really got after it. Quarterback on a pull right there, that's usually one of the really good plays because they don't do it very often, and we adjust to it. And here's us right before the half, getting a stop on 4th and goal, and really that's a ball game right there. That wins us the football game. We go in up 7 instead of tied. They're pissed. They can't come out and get anything going. We get a great stop here defensively just on the first drive, and then it's Artesian football from there. Again, hitting those big backs, you got to see multiple guys getting them down. Jacob Burkett right there. Ben Balsarack had a great game at an inside linebacker. Seeing Nix come down. Nix makes that pile go backwards. We like seeing that. Played a few more guys up front defensively, had some younger guys get in, and obviously the 4 main defensive linemen played great, but we had some other subs come in with Chris Brown and Josh Ham and Malachi Pringle. So that's good to have some more depth there. That'll help us in the long run. Again, big stops right there on 3rd down, just stopping them, not letting them have anything. Isaac making a play here, kind of a busted play. We don't get all the blocking assignments perfect, but he still goes and gets 15 yards. I thought he should have got 15 more right there because it was kind of a late hit. But you know me, I'll always be on the refs. And then here was a great play right here. We set up a crack block earlier on the safety. And right there, it looked like we were going to go crack him, and then Matt Thomas hits vertical, and Travis hits a wide-open guy. We talked about it all week. It was going to be wide open, and it was. There you go again. There's 34 running somebody over and falling forward. Unless it's a horse collar tackle, he's not going down backwards. Great play by Garrett right here, and the rest of the defense will absolutely destroyed the guy that almost caught the ball. You'll see that quite often this year. Got to get the defense in the end zone. They got to find the end zone when they get the ball. So, we continue to work on that each week. Here you go, Isaac again on a busted play, going, 30 yards. Makes me look like a really good offensive coordinator right there. So, yeah, that gets us in and gets us a 21-point win, and we walk out of there starting conference like we want to.
Get the conference to win 1-0, and it sets up a big matchup coming up this week with the Decatur Central Hawks. The Hawks coming off of that fantastic season last year and starting to get themselves going back to where they want them to be. They are ranked 2nd in the state of Indiana. You guys come in, depending on what poll you're looking at, either 4th or 5th in the state of Indiana. That matchup hasn't happened at Ciderwoods Field in a long time, and it's going to happen on Friday night. Yeah,
it'll be a good one. It's exciting for us to get up there. I was kind of hoping we stayed at 5th in both polls just for our kids to see the disrespect we usually get. But really, we don't look at that stuff too much. We know Decatur's ranked up there. I tell the guys, I told them last year, I told them this year, this will be the most talented team in 5A across the board, no doubt. They're always going to be the most talented. They just have great athletes. But we don't worry about that too much, and we try and handle what we can handle, regardless of rankings, regardless of who comes out on the field for them.
They will have a lot of athletes. They have a lot of Division I guys that are going. Last year they lost a really, really good one in Tyrone Tracy. They have 3 more this year. Larry, a cousin, his brother Kenny, and then the youngest one, the freshman, Javon. But they're more than just him. They've got a quarterback, and like you said, they've got athletes all over the field.
Yeah, quarterback's still working on getting in his rhythm. He didn't play a whole lot last year with the Jefferson kid, and they had the Tracy boys last year, but really that quarterback made them go. And he was a special player. So they're still trying to, get in their rhythm there offensively. The quarterback's a really good athlete. He's going to try and tuck it down and get in the open field and make us miss. But, yeah, we got a handful of guys that we have to focus on, and we'll continue to focus on them. And really just, make sure that we make them snap it again, make them go on a 15-play drive instead of just giving them up big plays, and get our offense back on the field.
Trying to fix some of the computer here as you saw it come on. We got it back here. Sorry. A little bit late. I was hoping that you were going to stretch.
I did. I tried to stretch it as much as I could. Yeah. I didn't have anything else to say.
You didn't have anything else to say. Well, that was good, though, that we at least got through it. So we got the graphic back up on here, not just the Chromebook screen. But, yeah, very good athletes, like we said, for Decatur Central. Let's talk a little bit about trying to stretch the field and what Coach Kyle Enright wants to do and what we will see some more on Friday night.
Yeah, you'll see those guys offensively getting a bunch of different formations, anything from running the wing tee to spreading out, being an empty. They got a bunch of guys that are going to try and get the ball different places. They don't have just one running back. That running back will go play receiver. The receiver will come play tight end. Tight end will go play running back. So they're, multiple in everything they can do offensively. And then defensively, they play what we call a cat defense. You got that cat, I got that cat, and they just go sick them. Try and load up the box, and really simple, and just try and out-athlete you.
And they will try to do that on both sides of the football, like we said, coming up on Friday night. What are you guys going to have to try to do then to combat some of these things? This is an explosive Decatur Central team. You guys want to go fast. They want to go fast. It could turn into a track meet. What are you guys going to want to try to do on Friday night?
Yeah, obviously we want to stop them on defense, but if we get in a track meet, we feel pretty good about it. Just because they have a bunch of guys that play both ways, and our tempo will hopefully grind them down a little bit. Really, with these guys and a team like this, you got to make it a 4-quarter game, and you got to make it a dogfight until the end. And with my guys, I feel good in a dogfight against these guys. But if we let them jump out early and let them be the athletes and let them, get all over the field and stuff, that's not going to wind up good for us. So we got to make it a fight. For 4 quarters, starting early and finishing fast.
Week number 2 against Bloomington South, you guys kind of treated it as it's week number 2. I know this one isn't the Bloomington South rivalry, but you're starting to develop one a little bit with the two teams, and then throw on the fact that it's a top 5 matchup, top 4 matchup in Class 4A. How are you approaching this week with the kids, and how are you preparing for it?
We talked about it starting week 2, really. We just talk about each week. This is week 4. This is the most important game for us this week, regardless of who we're playing. Yeah, it's conference, and yeah, it might be for something a little bit more later on, but really we're just worried about playing our game, beating the guy across from us one-on-one all night, and then, we go to Franklin next week, and they're not going to be happy with us, and that's a rivalry. And then we got Whiteland, and we beat them last year on homecoming. They're not going to be happy with us, and Mooresville's a rivalry, and we got Plainfield on senior night. So every game we play from now on, people are going to get our best or their best, and really kind of come after us. We're not just the underdogs anymore.
Well, get prepared for the game coming up on Friday night. There'll be some special things going on at halftime. It's Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. The cheerleaders have been doing some things to help throughout the community and raise some money for some of the families battling that. So that'll take place at halftime. It'll be a fantastic event there on top of the game on Friday.
Yeah, that'll be a great deal for a great cause. Take care of those people. They're going through some stuff that hopefully none of us have to. So help them, support them, give a little bit of money. We also have the National Guard sponsoring the game. So trying to fit in a handful of things in the same night, but all important things, supporting our military and supporting people that need help with cancer awareness. So, big night for everybody, a lot of different things going on, but really we care about what happens from 7 o'clock on, and we need to play well.
Not only the Artesians caring about that, there's going to be a lot of eyes from the state watching that game to see Martinsville and Decatur Central. So get out there early, help support the causes that you can, the National Guard, also the cancers at battling cancer at halftime, and also the Artesians as they battle the Decatur Central Hawks. Coach, before we leave, one last time, let's talk a little bit what you guys are going to have to do, keys to the game on Friday night.
Defensively, we got to focus on the certain formations they give us. We kind of think they have some tendencies, and we got to make sure we know that. That happens all week with preparation. And we feel like we've done a good job of that. And then offensively, we got to take care of the ball. We got to go fast. We need to be able to run it at them. We need to be patient because they're not going to give us a bunch of big plays just because they are a little bit more athletic than us. But we need to be patient, settle down, and just get after them for 4 quarters.
Coach, we appreciate it. We'll see you there Friday night.
All right, appreciate
Good luck.
it. Thanks.
Artesian head coach Carter Whitson here inside Artesian football. Martinsville coming up Friday night at home against the Decatur Central Hawks. 2A Hawks are the number 2 in Class 5A Decatur Central Hawks, and the number 4 or 5 Martinsville Artesians, depending on what poll you look at. Should be a fantastic outing, and like we said, the National Guard game and the childhood cancer awareness as well. Should be a great night. Get out there and support the Artesians. As always, I'd like to thank the head coach for coming in, for Carter Whitson, along with the advanced broadcasting class who helped produce this one. I'm Eric Meyer. We'll see you again next time inside Artesian football.
All right, here we go.